causes black men be warehoused because black people pose the greatest genetic threat.
promise that it made to you during election time, Hey, what's happening, family? It's your man Mark Black. First of all, I want to say happy hump day to everybody. You know how we do. This one's just a kind of a follow up on the recent Morning Joe I just did. I usually do those in times when I get a lot of interest in a particular topic because I know that you guys want to hear more than just a little 10-minute synopsis of what I truly think, what, and so on and so forth. And we get a chance to kind of chop it up live with each other and so on and so forth, right? So, give me just a second here. I want to mute my shit, right? All right. So, yeah, peace, Eugene, man. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate you, watching us at work. So we got to talk about this shit, family, because like Greg said, they got college admission scams for white folks, but they tell us that reparations is bullshit. That it's impossible. Like you can't make this bullshit up, family. You just can't. Here's the thing. Um, Before I go into the college admissions thing, because there's something I'm feeling about that I want to share with y'all that most people are gonna be kind of afraid to address. But whatevs. This is the angry black sheep. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want. But before I go there, I want to talk a little bit more about HR 6. Right? So HR 6 is basically the Dream Act. Hola Candy, welcome to the broadcast. Sister Lila in the house. Listen, it basically is a pathway to citizenship for the so-called dreamers, right? The children of the people who came into this country illegally, right? These people were brought here as children, so they basically grew up in America. They've been to school here, speak English, all this other stuff, right, and so on and so forth. Okay, I. It's not that I necessarily have a problem per se with them trying to find a way to correct these people's status. I'm not heartless. The problem I have is that these motherfuckers tell us consistently, what do we hear from them? What do we hear from them? We hear it's divisive for you guys to be talking about, such a far reaching, extensive program, just for black people, right? They tell us that by us pushing for us to be made whole, right? For us to have the return of what is owed to us is divisive or divisive. I never use the term divisive. Yeah, thank you, Kitty. I love that beat too. Shout out to my brother Barshawn for the beat. This is what we're told. This is what the fuck we're told. When it comes to us advocating for our lineage, for our heritage, for our rights as Americans, we get told that we're being fucking selfish. Christopher's right. Will it pass through the Senate and Trump? Nope. But that's not the fucking point. That is not the fucking point. ADOS soldier, listen, I'm not going to have you bad mouthing black folk in the chat today. I understand you feel the way you feel and you're welcome to be here. But this ain't about us. We haven't done anything wrong in this matter. So, keep that side bullshit, keep that somewhere else. Not hearing that. Right? And I'm with you on that one. Build the motherfucking wall. But my point is that every time we get talking about us, we get attacked from every fucking side of this country. We get attacked by motherfucking so-called liberals who telling us that our goal shouldn't be to push for anything specific for black people. It's to get rid of Donald Trump because he's a racist. All of these motherfuckers are racist. Saying that an average American is racist is like saying water is wet, skies are blue, grass is green. Right? That's just facts. None of the presidents that came before is any different than Donald Trump when it comes to us as American descendants of slavery. I try to tell you, bruh, we ain't having that bullshit. Thank you very much. We're going to let the grown folks talk today. So meanwhile, we get told that anything that involves pure, full-throated advocacy for our specific, targeted redress is divisive. That it's just beyond the pale. We get told about impossibilities. They don't come talk to us about what's doable. Yeah, y'all right. We do owe you. Let's discuss the ways and the motherfucking means. No, we get told, but making y'all whole is impossible. It can't happen. Not in this particular political climate. But you mean to tell me that almost all Americans, with the exception of the motherfucking so-called progressive left, is against rampant open-ass borders and just letting motherfuckers come into our country illegally, no matter what age they get here? Everybody's against that. Everybody pretty much is against that. But you passing H.R. 6 isn't divisive? How the fuck? See, again, I told y'all, family, I told y'all, a lot of yous have attached yourself to the ADOS identification without having done the work. This isn't about remediating or somehow fixing or reforming the Democrats. The Democrats are just as complicit in your being stepped on, your being downtrodden as anybody else in this goddamn country. And that's facts. I'm going to tell you. I know who that is. You ain't slick, bruh. I know all the YouTube tricks. Try another account. See, family, you got to understand something. They have always consistently tried to sell us a bill of goods. They always try to tell us that things are one way when we know they're another one. If you are an ADOS person in this country, America is nothing but one big fucking gaslighting machine. That somehow or another, the reality that you understand, that you see, isn't the reality. Greg said, they say reparations for blacks is selfish. Imagine what the job application scam is like. They just told us about the admit, right? Man, look, these motherfuckers, they tell us that for us to have affirmative action designed to change, to fix the problems of ongoing, lingering discrimination is somehow bad. And the motherfucking Asians are the ones riding that train till the wheels fall off. You feel me? But they've been lying to us across the board about so much shit. Oh, black kids have to go and take AP classes. They have to have hella extracurriculars. They better damn well graduate either valedictorian or salutatorian. And they preferably need to play sports. And even when you get to college, everybody shames you for doing all the things they tell you you're supposed to do to get accepted into college. You got white motherfuckers out there that are talking about every day that there's goddamn scholarships just for black people, so to the point that we don't have to even pay to go to college. Huh? Look, I don't even have a degree, and I got about $20,000 in college student loans that I have to pay. Because I sure in the fuck didn't get no goddamn scholarships. What nobody coming and knocking on Mark Black's door talking about, hey, you want to go to school, man? Check this out. You can come for free. It's not how the fuck this shit works. Christopher said Democrats tell us what to think. However, we vote them in. We could break the Democrat. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about these motherfuckers need to be broken. Not us, them. During my morning Joe this morning, there was a member of the family who said that they're worried about us losing steam. I tell you all the time, family, that when you ground yourself in the data, you don't have to motherfucking worry about losing steam. The voice in my head of my ancestors calling for justice don't get tired. They rested in power already. They can't get tired, which means that I can't get tired. This fight is going to be protracted, long, and is going to be painful. But not just for us this time. We're spreading around the motherfucking love. This time, it's time for us to exercise some power over these motherfuckers who thought they had us in their back pockets. I hear you, Greg. Where the fuck is my scholarships? Everybody want to talk about, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. That shit is a lie. These motherfuckers have had the opportunity to get something that nobody else in America really fucking gets. And you know what that is, right? They got an opportunity and a chance for wealth. One of these bitches was on Full House, one of the most famous shows in American history. And yet, even with all of that advantage that this bitch was able to gain, it wasn't enough. Because these motherfuckers don't know how to stop when it's enough. They don't know when to quit. So it's not enough that I'm now this rich motherfucker from Full House that, truth be told, could be able to pay my kids' way to any college they want to go to. No. I have to take and make sure that my kid gets even more fucking privilege, even more advantages. And Christopher brought up an important point. Look at the poster children of this. White bitches. Feminists. Right? So they lock in their advantage through feminism so that they can pass the goddamn advantage down to the next generation. But you still got black women out there buck dancing essentially for feminism. I'll never understand this shit. I'll never understand it. It don't make no motherfucking sense. But here's the most important thing to note. This college admission scandal, all of the other scandals that we see that involve financial legerdemain is exactly why reparations are needed for the American descendants of slavery. Exactly why. Because they not only have the benefit of all of our stolen wealth, intellectual property, resources, so on and so forth. Not only that, but they have the institutions in place. See, look, y'all know I'm an advocate for just cutting us the checks, right? But understand something when I tell you that them cutting us checks. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you got your mug, man. I hope you lift it up with me. Got mine right here. Reparations is not just about the money. Reparations is trying to change the balance of power. That's the problem, ultimately, that everybody has with us demanding our due as ADOS. That's really, truly the issue. Nobody will just come out and say it. Because believe it or not, family, it should actually go without saying. This is a capitalist society, right? Whether you like that or hate it, I don't want to hear it. It just is what it is, all right? This is a capitalist society, meaning that capitalism is going to drive not just the economy, but political actions, legal actions, social actions, and so on and so forth. So when we're telling them that we want a transfer of capital from them to us to right the wrongs, what they're hearing is not just about us asking about money. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. That's right. We the original dreamers. See, the thing is that with the transfer of that capital, they also have to transfer power. These institutions that have been used traditionally to keep us the fuck out of here, to keep us the fuck out of the system, will have to change because capital is what changes the systems. So when we talk about reparations, when we talk about getting our due, it's not just about the money. It's also about the fact that it is time for them to make us whole, to make us whole in systems, in institutions. And that's what the fuck the Democrats are afraid of. When the power changes, when the power shifts, they no longer have the option of benign neglect. I would argue it's not so benign, but whatevs, right? They don't have the option to neglect us. That our money will become our voice. Isn't that what Citizens United was all about, family? Was about money being speech? Well, think about a newly capitalized, freshly empowered ADOS advocacy. How that changes the fucking game. Facts, Gregory, they already white, but that's not enough for them because again, it ain't just about the wealth for them. It's about the power. The golden goose that lays the golden egg in America is not just money, but the power that money buys you. You have the best government money can buy. You have the best healthcare money can buy. You have the best of everything that money can buy, which is why we're pushing so hard to have that capital given back to us. Because pretty soon we will have no capability to have anything in this country because we won't have any fucking capital. And I agree with Ways that we do need our own packs. Family, I want to talk a little bit about something though with this college scandal that nobody's really going to talk about because I see all over social media a lot of upset, angry, pissed off ADOS people as well as people of other ethnic groups who are telling their stories about how they were made fun of when they went to college and told that they only got in because of affirmative action and so on and so forth. All right. One thing to note about this whole college admission scandal thing though is that part of this thing is about our aspiration too, right? There's a lot of black folk that don't ever go to college. Now, that's not to say that our brothers and sisters who have gone to college or that are currently enrolled in college or have an education are wrong in any way in their upset, in their outrage. They should be outraged. However, let's not get sidetracked here. The college admission scandal is an offshoot, an adjunct of a larger issue, right? I know it's affected some of you in a real way. David Johnson is talking about the Homestead Act. Great, great information. We need to study about the different Homestead Acts and so on and so forth, right? Um, to my educated and I hate to use that term, but to the college educated brothers and sisters who are upset at this scandal, understand that shit like this has been going on in some way, shape, or fashion forever. We know about legacy admissions. We know about, you know, purchasing a chair, you know, at various educational institutions. We know about, hey, this building is named after so and so and so and so. Remember how high, you know, the Dooster statue? This is the Dooster house, so that dumbass son of a bitch Dooster could get into motherfucking Harvard, right? This shit is not new. This shit is not new. BGS, shout out to you. Amoral pragmatism is the way. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Because, yeah, Christopher, thank you for bringing that up. I was actually going to mention that. Even if you didn't go to college, if you were a ADOS tradesperson, right? We've been kept out of union membership. We're the last ones hired and the first ones fired, even on union jobs and shit. This thing is bigger than just your little individual piece. And that is what we need to keep communicating to each other as ADOS family. We need to understand that every aspect of this that we see is all a part of our justice claim. It's not just about slavery. It's not just about Jim Crow. It's not just about mass incarceration. It's also about bullshit ass college admission. It's also about the bullshit of keeping black people out of trades unions. It's all of a piece. You and I need to be single issue voters and advocates. Period. We don't have time, regardless of our personal investment in a particular aspect of the injustices visited upon us here in America. We don't have the luxury of picking our little personal area and using that as a boost. Because let's just face facts. These white motherfuckers will indicate some willingness to reform this shit. They'll say, you know, we need to maybe look at the process of college admissions overall. Maybe we need to extend some more opportunities for people of color. Right? So they ain't gonna have no problem with offering you a bone. If that's all it will take to shut you the fuck up, is that they start looking at how college admissions have been wrong, you know, done, you know, people wrong and this, that, and the third, then we lose your advocacy for everything else. And we don't need that. Heck, I was in Gifted and Talented, man. And I was one of 3 black students in the entire school district. Even though KC Mo in the motherfucking city proper was predominantly black. I went to school with mostly white kids. So yeah, we have some reasons to be suspicious of the motherfucking educational system. We got a lot of reasons to be suspicious. The school to prison pipeline, the police and the over-policing of our children in school, teachers being allowed to attack our students and so on and so forth. Do not get it twisted. The college admission scandal is simply symptomatic of what we face as ADOS people overall in the educational system. I'm certain that it's a blow to your ego, especially if you're one of our educated brothers and sisters or one of our college educated brothers and sisters. I'm certain it's a blow to your ego to have to hear from some no-name piece of shit 2.0 having ass white person that you got into college on affirmative action. But fuck your ego. However you got there is how you got there. You look at them motherfuckers, pick your chin up and say, okay, and keep it pushing. We got bigger fish to fry. Besides, you saw what happened with Paul Manafort. This motherfucker Paul Manafort ain't doing no time. You think they gonna send Aunt Becky to jail? When that bitch get on the stand and those pure white, lily white tears start rolling down her face, she ain't doing a goddamn day. But y'all out here just blasting social media with your feelings about this incident, and that's okay. But understand, ADOS isn't about catering to your ego. It's not about catering to your ego. The fact that you feel some kind of way because you worked so hard and you earned your position in school while these white motherfuckers get to slide right in. What's new about that? This is not to say that what happened wasn't criminal. These people will be tried and most likely found guilty. Although, if you're hoping to go to jail, don't hold your breath. But tell me, what's new about any of this shit? You have more people, more black people. And again, this comes back to our lack of grounding in the data and our aspirational dreamer bullshit that we be on. You have more ADOS people who are butthurt about the college admissions scandal than are butthurt about the fact that the congressional black caucuses and everybody else who's on the Democratic side of the House in the Congress just voted to pass a bill to do something for a group of people who aren't even citizens of this country but won't do anything for you. You can't get these motherfuckers to pass legislation that have your name on it and your interest on it if you was paying them. No, I mean, who should be surprised? I was not surprised to hear about this college admissions scam bullshit. Not surprised at all. But tell me, how the hell is this trumping the largest issue that ADOS people have, which is the fact that America as a whole, whether immigrant, whether native born, whether white, black, dot Indian, feather Indian, motherfucking Cherokee, I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody is building their dreams off of stolen capital, off of stolen labor, off of stolen intellectual property that is owed to us. I can promise you that there will be many, many more scandals to come. Many, many, many more opportunities for you to get, find something that's your little pet project to get in your feelings about. I promise you. If it isn't college admissions, it'll be something else. But all of it is a piece. The reason why these things can continue to occur across all areas of human activity is because we have not been made whole as a people. You and I, as the American descendants of slavery, need to be single issue people. That's it. Single issue. August Dream said the college admission scandal is what they do every single day of the week. Again, what's new about the shit? Absolutely. This is business as usual. The only interesting thing about it is that it was Aunt Becky that got caught. Big fucking whoop. Right? Nobody gives a fuck. There's a reason why they call it white collar crime. Because most of the motherfuckers committing it is white. So, the college admissions scandal, big fucking deal. I got you. It hurts. It hurts as an ADOS person to have put in the work with all of the disadvantages that we have. We work twice as hard to get half of what they got. I get it. Trust me, I feel your pain. It's bullshit. But family, really, what's new? Why so much outrage for this, but no outrage for the fact that people that are supposed to represent you are not representing you. They represent illegal immigrants. Like, of all the different groups they could try to use to replace us, if that's not the biggest fucking slap in the face, they can pass HR 6 through the House with no fucking problem. No matter how divisive illegal immigration is in this country. You want to talk about something that most Americans are on board with? Most Americans are on board with enforcing our immigration law. Most Americans. R, D, black, white, rich, poor, don't fucking matter. So the Democrats advocating for this minority policy position, right? That's divisive. It's intended and designed to divide. But they didn't care. They didn't give a fuck about the divisiveness of HR 6. And it's totally selfish. It only benefits a particular group of people who live in America. Dreamers. It's completely selfish. There's no benefit in HR 6 for me. No benefit in it at all. So it's divisive. It's selfish. And if you think HR 6 is going to get past the Senate and Donald Trump's desk, you got another motherfucking thing coming. So yes, it even meets the third criteria. Impossible. But none of that stopped the Democrats from getting on board with it. None of that. None of the fact that it's completely opposite to what most Americans think. It only benefits a specific group of people, and that it's not likely to be even signed into law. None of that prevented them from passing it. Remember this fucking shit right here, family. Remember this shit when you go into the polls in 2020, when you go into the polls for the midterms in 2024. Remember how they told you that what would be beneficial to you, what would speak with full-throated, unabashed, unapologetic advocacy for you was fucking impossible. That it was divisive, selfish, and impossible. But how they were able to overcome all of that for motherfuckers who ain't even citizens. Ain't even citizens. They was somehow able to reach down between their pussy ass legs and find a pair of nuts for dreamers. But when it comes to you, well, somebody tell me what reparations means. Well, yeah, it's a great idea, and of course, America owes it, but, what does it mean to be black? The fuck? Tell me how this bitch Ocasio-Cortez could go anywhere in America and not see a black face in front of her cussing her ass the fuck out. Everybody know who the fuck black is when it comes time to lay down the bullshit. When it comes time to divvy up the failure, right? To start slinging that shit like crack. It's funny. Nobody has a question about who's black then. They seem to have black GPS when it comes to passing off the fuckery. But when it comes to benefit, when it comes to making a certain people do, giving them their due and making them whole, all of a sudden, oh, I don't see any black people. What is black? What does it mean to be black? Who is black? Fuck out of here with that bullshit. All of these things they tell you, all of these things that the Democrats tell you are obstacles to you getting your due, seem to just disappear like fog when it's somebody they really want to advocate for. Family, we need to punish these motherfuckers. No. We need to scorch earth these motherfuckers. We need to scorch earth these motherfuckers. The Democrats are done. If they were not done for you before now, they should be done now. Because everybody and their mama was able to overcome these internal hurdles of divisiveness, of selfishness, of the sheer impossibility of advocacy for illegal immigrants. They're able to overcome divisiveness. There was a time in this country where the overwhelming majority of Americans was against gay marriage. Even Barack Obama had to cop to an evolved or evolutionary position on gay marriage, right? But they were able to overcome divisiveness. They were able to overcome the fact that this would only benefit a specific group of Americans. No matter how impossible the struggle looked, they were able to overcome that with full-throated, unabashed, unequivocal, unapologetic advocacy. They was able to overcome all of that. But for you, those are insurmountable obstacles. I don't know. We just can't divide the country like that by just advocating specifically for the needs of the American descendants of slavery. You guys right now need to sacrifice. We have, the Tangerine King in the White House. Our job is to sacrifice to get him out. I just don't see any way forward for this legislation to benefit just the American descendants of slavery. They're fucking done. You're not going to reform them. This has never been about reforming the Democrats. The only reason why ADOS advocates even talk about the Democrats is because you talk about the Democrats. That's right. You, my people, still consistently, overwhelmingly vote Democrat. So we're just asking you to put your advocacy with the people you already been putting your vote behind. But ADOS ain't married to no motherfucking Democrats. We're not married to no motherfucking Republicans. ADOS is not your mule. ADOS is not Atlas for America no more. We're not putting the whole of the nation up on our motherfucking shoulders and carrying this bitch no more. Fuck sacrificing. Fuck everything. If it ain't about healing us right now, then fuck you. Fuck them and fuck you. I don't give a fuck about 200 species of life forms going extinct every day. I don't give a fuck about a 4 degrees Celsius change in the heat levels of the atmosphere. I wouldn't give a fuck if Venus was about to hit this motherfucker and we needed to launch nukes, and I don't care. It's not because I don't care. It's because I don't have the luxury to care. Period. Period. The goddamn end. We don't have the luxury anymore of advocating for anybody else's shit but us. Thank you, brother Black Dollars, man. I love your work too. Make sure y'all click the link on Black Dollars University's name there and go subscribe to that brother's channel. That's another ADOS voice who's advocating for you. Go show that brother some love. We got to be hard-nosed, pragmatic, and amoral. And what does that mean? That means that we ain't hold no more moral fucking victories. We're not sitting here looking for a pat on the head. Oh, you guys have been good human beings. You're so good. You're such good people. While they rifling our pockets and sticking a thumb up our ass. No, fuck party loyalty. Fuck. I don't give a damn if you're R or D. I don't give a damn fuck all of that. At this particular point, amoral pragmatism. Say it with me. Amoral pragmatism. A meaning without, moral, of course, you know what that means. So without morals and pragmatism. Pragmatism means doing what the fuck works. I told you, family, way back at the start of this year, that moving forward in 2019, that it was going to be all about one question. Just one. Does it work? All right, Real. Peace out to you, bro. Thank you for coming and checking me out. We don't have time for loyalty, concern, worry for anybody and anything else but us. Because at the end of the day, no one else is going to advocate for us but us. You have the congressional black carcasses, a bunch of motherfucking butter biscuit, boule ass bootlicks, chasing white acceptance like the shit you could put in a pipe and smoke. You got these aspirational Negroes who don't understand the data, who don't understand that there's a reason, a specific reason why they're having to face college admission scandals and shit like that. No, their aspirations won't let them identify with the true fact that they, being ADOS people, we're going to face this anyway. Thank you, Jermaine. Appreciate you stopping by. We gotta stop with the bullshit, family. We gotta stop. Mark Lamont Hill throwing himself on his sword for Palestinians. Van Jones begging us to sacrifice. Cornel West ass embracing Bernie Sanders. All of these motherfuckers are jokes to us at this point. They're jokes. I don't give a fuck what they previously was on. You can't be sentimental, family. You cannot be sentimental. It doesn't matter that Brother Cornel West said something 13 years ago that resonated in your spirit and now you love the brother. Fuck all that. If he say some off-brand shit today, that trumps what the fuck he said 13 years ago. Bye, Cornel. You canceled, nigga. It don't matter if Talib had the dopest motherfucking bars on the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's buck dancing with motherfucking Amy Schumer and everybody else now. Bye, Talib. Nigga, you canceled. Family, your sentimentality is a weapon that is used against you. Sure, I loved Kanye, but when that nigga started talking about Dragon Energy and Donald Trump as his daddy and shit, I'm cool. Nigga, you canceled. I'm good. When you start talking about slavery was a choice, bye. Y'all sentimentality you can't be doing this shit. You can't be doing this shit, family. Look at me. Look right into these eyes. Here. See me? You see me? This your brother Mark Black. Get out your motherfucking feelings. No mas sentimentality. Por favor. We're done. Cancel these motherfuckers. Cancel them. You got Dr. Dark Hamilton talking about he supports Bernie and his motherfucking advocacy and support of Bernie is not contingent upon a black agenda. I'm sorry, Dr. Hamilton. You can keep putting out the data, brother, and I'll keep reading it, but your ass is canceled. These folk out here changing the motherfucking game up, running okie doke and bullshit, mind fuckery. It's a wrap. Canceled. Done. Cornel West is done. And I told y'all, I got my eye on that nigga Tavis, because he's been known to do a little bit of buck dancing every so often, especially when it's a black face in power. Snowbomber. Right? So Tavis, your ass is on the chopping block. What you say next may affect you. All these niggas is canceled. All of them. Thank you for the data, Dr. Hamilton, like producer said. Now get the fuck out of here. And my support is not contingent upon his advocacy for a black agenda. Fuck you! Fuck you! That just goes to show you right there, family, that you could be book smart as fuck and be dumb as hell. Your whole work is about the need for full-throated, unabashed, full-bore advocacy for American descendants of slavery. And then here comes your little pet white man, and all that shit go out the window. Canceled. Exactly, sure enough, we gotta stay focused. We gotta stay focused, and we gotta be on some Miranda shit. Black First said it right here. You know what I'm saying? Said it right here. Everything these motherfuckers say can and will be used against them in the court of ADOS. They have the right to remain silent. I would recommend, if they want to stay, in the mix, that they probably fucking use it. Tom Joyner, that nigga's canceled. Rolly Martin, canceled. Angela Rye, canceled. Joy Reid, canceled. All these bots on TV, canceled. Steve Harvey, canceled. Oprah, canceled. Do I need to continue? You know who these motherfuckers are. We don't have time for anything but full-throated, unabashed, unapologetic, unequivocal advocacy on our one fucking issue. And that is the remediation, the restoration, and the repair of the American descendants of slaves. I don't fuck your Sierra Club membership. Fuck the fact that you want to run for the goddamn cure. Fuck all of that. I am not about to watch the demise of my people in 2053 or at any time simply because we didn't have enough people out here arguing and fighting and screaming and scratching and scraping and willing to do whatever the fuck it takes for justice. I can't do it. I can't do it. Albert said that's the other reason why I don't care about the college schedule. Your degree don't mean shit if you ain't got no sense. That part, brother Albert, that part. You could be book smart and life stupid. How many people? Matter of fact, this whole push we've been getting from motherfucking Pan-Africanism is a bunch of intelligent ass motherfuckers who are stupid as hell, who are elevating an ideology over the real lives of real fucking people. If that's not the epitome of educated fool, I don't know what is. All these motherfuckers coming in here talking about they double and triple degrees and shit with their high-flown language and their contempt and disdain for you lowbrow, uneducated Negroes. Fuck them. Look like they ain't got it as good as they thought they had it, huh? Isn't that whole college scandal thing about the fact that these motherfuckers have been busting their hump, not going out, kicking it with their peoples, you know what I'm saying? Not living life, not having a good time, not breathing, struggling like a motherfucker, working their asses off, taking AP classes, cramming SAT into their head until they sleeping there at night going, SAT, ACT, GRE, right? All they motherfucking, connections, A5, right? All of that shit. Thank you, Lolita. Welcome. Welcome to the Angry Black Sheep, and I'm glad to have you. Like that brother New Possibilities. Educated as a motherfucker. And stupid as hell. Darker Vision said, where the Shikis listen to beat poetry? I fucking can't with you this morning, Darker Visions. I fucking can't with you this morning. Solid. These niggas is still on some old 1960s ideology and trying to apply that shit to 2019. It don't make no goddamn sense. Shit. Man, Zen, put these motherfuckers to the sword. You know who these people are, family. The problem is, this is the only problem. This is the only problem we facing right now, is that you don't understand just yet that ADOS means single issue. It means single issue. That's all this means. When you hear ADOS from now on, from your brother Mark Black and anybody else, ADOS means single issue. American descendants of slavery. Every single thing. Okay, think of ADOS as these. As glasses, okay? When you put on these glasses, the lens helps to correct your vision, right? It changes the way that light is bent when it comes into your eyes. And so it corrects what you're able to see. It makes things clearer. Do you understand? ADOS cleaving to your lineage is the lens through which you should see everything moving forward. Everything. Everything. There's nothing, whether you're talking about your job situation, ADOS has to be your lens. Whether you're talking about your religious preference or your spiritual practice, ADOS has to be your lens. Whether you're talking about politics or economics or the legal system or entertainment, any of the areas of human activity, ADOS is the lens that corrects your vision. It's what allows you to be able to see things clearly. Rhoda, I hope you're not listening to Massa. You know what happened the last time we listened to Massa? Run, sister, run. The North Star's that way.
Follow the drinking cord, for real.
ADOS is about single issue advocacy. That's it. Everything you see, every way you operate, everything you maneuver around, through, over, and under has to be guided by this lens, by ADOS. Period. That's it. That is it. It ain't about whether or not you got accepted into college because you were the hardest working or somebody paid their way. That shit hurts and it's fucked up. But that's going to continue until ADOS gets their due. It's not about the fact that you got kept out of the union. It's fucked up. But that's been happening and it's going to keep happening until we get our due. It's not about the fact that you live in substandard housing and have police breathing down your neck 24/7 and your kids are getting jerked around and beaten, body slammed and tased at school. That shit's fucked up. But it has been happening and it's going to keep happening until the American descendants of slavery get their due. Period. That's it. Period. ADOS, single issue voter, who is amoral and pragmatic. That's it. Fuck your morals. Fuck your feelings. Fuck all of that. Nobody else cares about any of that when they go in that booth to pull the lever for what they pull it for, or when they go to fight the people that they fight. They don't care about the morals. And trust me, don't take my word for it. BGS and I, who have espoused this idea of amoral pragmatism, this real politic in everyday life, we actually stand on the shoulder of a giant who came before us. Frederick Douglass said, find out what a people will quietly submit to, and you will know the limit of the injustices that they will face. All your enemy has to do when you're standing on the moral high ground is just go to where you won't stand, and they win. This is simple as that. Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, you go to where your enemy won't go. Wherever they are, you don't be. You use subterfuge. You use camouflage. But most importantly, you stay single-minded of focus. Your goal is to gain ground with every fucking move you make. Using correct vision, the lens of ADOS, and the attitude of amoral pragmatism. I don't give a fuck how I feel about it. Does it work? So the Democrats, family, have already told you what you can expect in 2020. Yeah, Lolita, I heard about that shit. But that wouldn't have been my kid. I told my kid, some fuckery like that ever happened in school, get up and walk out that motherfucker. Come find me. I'll deal with that motherfucking school. Producer got it right. Now, next, later. I ain't got nothing against Pan-Africanism or what I call Pan-Blackism. Not at all. I ain't got no space for it right now. I'm a single issue voter, a single issue advocate, a single-minded, single issue warrior for one single specific group of people. And that is the American descendants of slavery. That's it, and that's all. Fuck the whales. Fuck the red-eyed, blue-breasted swamp booby. Right? Fuck all that. Fuck climate change and global warming. Fuck all of that. Fuck Dakar. Fuck Bahrain. Fuck Vietnam. Fuck all of them. It's not because I can't see them. It's not because I don't understand what's happening in the world around me. It's because until I address my situation, my people's situation, until I address all of our shit, then nothing else matters. So we vote for the motherfucking Green Deal and we save the goddamn tunas. Fantastic. Niggas is still gonna be at the bottom. So I advocate for motherfucking dreamers and a new DACA and so on and so forth and give these people justice and great. Fine. Black people are still going to be on the bottom. I sit there and I march against the injustices being committed by the motherfucking Israeli government against the Palestinians. Fine. At the end of the day, my people are still going to be eating the fucking failure of the United States of America. No mas. I don't have time for anyone else's issues. I don't have time. Look, when you have wealth, resources, family, this is what you get to do. You get to pick and choose what you advocate for. Remember that nigga Talib Kweli, right? Talib got money. We put that fool on, right? So Talib can sit here and act like a liberal white bitch and pick which groups he wants to advocate for. oh, that's so fucked up what's happening to those poor illegal immigrants and so on and so forth. We need to go and do something to help them. I'm imagining Talib now, not as this dark-skinned ass nigga that he is, but some white-haired liberal old white bitch sitting in a rocket chair talking about, that's just sad what's happening to those poor people. When you have resources, you can pick and choose your advocacy. So all you pan-blackists or pan-Africanists miss us with this bullshit. We can't be pan-African because we don't have no motherfucking resources. You want to talk about the Japanese hunting whales in the motherfucking South Antarctic seas, and y'all able to gather up hundreds of millions of dollars for boats. You can even create a whole goddamn show around it where they chasing these boats around the motherfucking Antarctic trying to save the goddamn whales. My people are fucking endangered. But I'm supposed to be advocating against the Japanese government. Dear Japanese government, stop eating whales. Signed, Mark Black. Fuck that. What the fuck do I care? If the world is a comfortable temperature and we're stopping pumping CO2 in the atmosphere, if that world, when we get there, means that I'm still gonna be on the fucking bottom. All of you understand just this one damn thing. You keep trying to make ADOS something it isn't. And it's going to continue to trip you the fuck up. ADOS is only about single issue advocacy. That's it. That's it. I hear you, Black First. Few possibilities. He thought he was something. I want us to understand right now, we have no friends. The Democrats are not your friends. They've never been your friends. They're never going to be your friends. We don't need permanent friends, permanent allies, only permanent interests. I'm going to repeat that. You don't need permanent friends and allies. You don't need permanent ties. You just permanent interests. And how much more permanent can you get than for all of us to share the exact same lineage? That's a tie that cannot be broken. It's a single issue. It's a single thing. It's a single pair of glasses, family. Put them on and let that vision get corrected. So when you see what's happening in the greater society at large, you don't have to guess what the game plan is. You don't have to come to Brother Black and be like, oh man, yeah, that's some fucked up shit, Brother Black. What we gonna do? ADOS tells you what you're gonna do. You're gonna advocate for your permanent interests. That's it, and that's all. I see what's happening around the world. I'm a huge student of geopolitics, of international economic relations. I see everything that I can see, that I'm capable of understanding. I look for it and I can see it. And I also have a heart, meaning that I'm aware of injustices that are occurring all over the planet. But what I don't have is that luxury that comes with wealth of being able to pick and choose my advocacy. ADOS and all of the data that we have suggests to me that the only group of people I need to be advocating for right now is mine. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your morals. Fuck all of that. How many of you, truth be told, are bitching about the college scandal? Not because you find it so scandalous, but because you couldn't take advantage of it. Ooh, I said it. See, it's funny. Y'all all really actually are on board with amoral pragmatism when it comes to your little pet things, right? How many of y'all wouldn't have a problem with that college scandal shit if it was you that was able to benefit from it? If Aunt Becky was paying your way into Yale or Harvard, how much squawking would you do? If you had a white uncle who saw your black ass and said, "Don't worry, I got you. I got a connection to somebody over there at Brown. We're going to be able to get you in." How much squawking would you be doing right now? See, family, a lot of people won't tell you that a lot of the reason why they're giving shade at ADOS is because ADOS has the potential to overturn the entirety of the status quo. And too many, too many, even ADOS people are comfortable with the status quo. They don't really want to change anything. What they want is their place in the driver's seat, right? They're not necessarily against nepotism and crony capitalism. They're not necessarily against, criminal justice affecting people in a negative way. They just want to make sure that either it doesn't affect them negatively or that they can control who it affects. I hear you, Torian. Torian's like, hey, you know what? Keep dropping the motherfucking shoes on their head, bro. I knew Petty Pendergrass is gonna get it in. And again, family, I understand your feelings about this shit. Just understand me when I tell you, as your brother, that we are single issue advocates. All ADOS, all the motherfucking time. Period. Y'all keep trying. Thank you, Black First. Yeah, I'm gonna let the chat do this shit. Black First said our problem is we keep playing the game fair when it was designed by cheaters. We will end up last every time. The game is rigged all the way around, family. Shit. Drop the motherfucking mic. Y'all niggas still trying to do this shit the right way. I don't have a fucking issue with the goddamn college admission scandal. What I have an issue with is that my people can't take advantage of it. If truth be told, that's really how I feel about it. I'm like, damn, I wish my people could have gotten there at the motherfucking admissions office and been able to get some of our brothers and sisters into Harvard, into Yale, into Stanford, and so on and so forth. I'm just mad that we couldn't take advantage of it. In America, you get everything you can fucking buy. So why are we shocked when motherfuckers is buying entrees for their motherfucking kids in the school? I just want you and I to have that same goddamn capability. You want the system to be crooked? I'm all on board. I want my motherfucking capital back so I can play cricket too. So I can play dirty pool. So I can snooker me some motherfuckers. I'm not that nigga that's telling you to take the goddamn high road. Y'all sit here holding moral victory after moral victory after moral victory. And what has it gotten you but nothing but a real series of L's? Meanwhile, ain't nobody else giving a fuck about morality. The Asians know that affirmative action wasn't meant to benefit their ass. That's not stopping them from taking the shit though to court and trying to sue to make sure that they can get it and we can't. You feel me? Don't get butt hurt about the fact that this bullshit fuckery exists. Get mad about the fact that you can't fucking take advantage of it. Because when you do that, then you understand that you need to be on board with this advocacy. Richard Spencer himself, I don't know if y'all watched Race War, but Richard Spencer said that, hey, he's all for more white supremacy. He's all for more white benefit. Well, I'm all for more benefit for my people. I'm all for the returning of the resources, the capital, the intellectual property, and power to my people. I'm a single issue advocate. Brother Allen in the house. understand, family, and then I'm going to get out y'all's motherfucking hair. I really appreciate all of the love. If you feel like what I'm saying has any validity to you, please, your support financially is important and it's appreciated. Hit one of the links in the chat. But stop taking the high road. Stop chasing down the various primrose paths, the little distractions. It's like black folk, they keep putting these little dogs in front of us, you know, these bloodhounds, right? And what do you do when you're out hunting and your bloodhound takes off? You run behind it, right? But in the South, we have a saying, right? Because I'm not from the South, but my peoples is from the South. And in the South, they have a saying. The college admission scandal, HR 6, and all these other fuckery bullshit things that they throwing out there, that's a dog that won't hunt. That's a dog I'm not following in behind. That dog won't hunt. Do you understand me, family? These things are dogs that don't hunt. All they do is keep you traveling down the path, distracted from where the prey is, from where the deer at, from where the boar at. I know you feeling some kind of way, all of yous out there who done put in so much effort, so much struggle to try to get your piece of the pie. Remember, we all been sold that same bill of goods, that if you work hard and you're the best of the best of the best, America's got no choice but to give you your due. That's not true. America ain't never been a motherfucking meritocracy, and it ain't gonna ever be one. In America, you get what you're able to afford. No more, no less. So right now, all you educated black folk out there, ADOS folk, need to be on this advocacy right here. All you folk out there who think you're so smart, who think you're so intelligent, this is where you need to be right here. You need to have these glasses on with that ADOS lens in it so you can see clearly. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Amoral pragmatism. Fuck your feelings. Does it work? If that's not your goal, seen through these lenses, then expect to see more of these goddamn scandals. Expect to see more fuckery. Expect to hear more bullshit from the lame ass Democrats. Them motherfuckers need a smiting, and it's been long overdue. Long overdue. Y'all need to be on some single issue advocacy, period. It don't matter who's talking. It don't matter their skin color. It don't matter how many motherfucking letters they have before and at the end of their name. If they're not addressing the single issue of ADOS, they ain't saying shit you need to hear. And if they are members or portray themselves as members of the ADOS lineage and they're talking shit out the side of their neck, buck dancing and caping for Massa and Missy, cancel them niggas. Cancel them. It's as simple as that. Bye, Talib. We won't miss you, dog. Buy a few possibilities. We won't miss you. Right? And another thing I want to address too. Shout out to ADOS Soldier Ass. If every time we fucking see you, all you got is criticism of black people with no real plan to do anything except some old Rambo gung-ho faux revolutionary bullshit, your ass is canceled too. Niggas is talking about riding hard and firearms ownership and we need to go and bang on these crackers and you can't even afford fucking bullets. Miss us with this bullshit. You canceled. Put on your motherfucking ADOS glasses. Because like Rhoda said, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Like the motherfucking Democrats and the motherfucking Republicans and these motherfucking white folks and the boule bourgeois butter biscuit eating black folks and these motherfucking dreamers. Come on, sing it with me. Y'all know this goddamn song. Single issue advocacy. Period. That's it. That's it, and that's all. Family, I've even had people ask me, why is it that you always talk about only ADOS issues? I had to clutch my motherfucking pearls. I'm like, bitch, what? Do you know the state of my people? What? What do you mean, why do I only talk about ADOS? Bitch, why ain't you talking about ADOS? What the hell? Family, see, y'all let motherfuckers just talk any old kind of way to you. This is why I created a home for angry black sheep. You need to have your ass here as an angry black sheep. This way, as a black sheep who's already an outcast, you can feel free to say whatever the fuck you like with impunity. Few possibilities talking about, welcome to Few Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Nigga, we speak truth to power without fear over here. We not afraid of your ass. We not afraid of Donald Trump ass. We not afraid of the Democrat ass. We not afraid of Republican ass. We're not afraid of gay people and lesbian, bisexual, transgender people ass. We're not afraid of dreamer ass. You wouldn't know how to speak truth to power if somebody was paying your ass to do it. Niggas talking about revolution. We ain't got no grocery stores. We ain't got no transportation. We got no trucks. We got no motherfuckers that manufacture weapons. We don't have hospitals. We don't have all this shit. But you talking about, nigga, we need to go to war with these crackers. You look stupid as a motherfucker. Please stop before you hurt yourself. Where the fuck was you niggas when Micah went to war against these crackers? Where were y'all? Y'all was sitting there retweeting hashtag, you know what I'm saying, hashtag Micah X. That's what y'all was doing. And talking shit, just like you talking shit now. Where was all you revolutionary cats when Christopher Dorner started riding? Where were y'all? I didn't see a mass army of brothers and sisters out there dressed all in black and in green camouflage talking about it's revolution time. Half you motherfuckers don't even know who Christopher Dorner was. All you revolutionary ass niggas, where were you when Cosmos and Tempera paid a visit to fucking Baton Rouge? Where were you? The pen is definitely mightier than the sword. It is pens and emails and memoranda that have been used for 400 motherfucking years to keep you down. Yeah, they've killed some of us. They've killed quite a few of us. But why do they need to kill us when they can just write a goddamn document? You know, legislation to keep your ass fucked over, bent over, stuck, hurting, bleeding, crying. And the first thing you want to do to assuage your fucking ego is to talk about picking up weapons and firearms. Talking about we need to be out there training. None of what you're saying is false, by the way. It's just another form, though, of fantasy thinking. Bunch of niggas thinking that they Rambo, walking the fuck around here. Look, I'm a veteran. You think you understand what war is? Go train for that shit. Go train for war. I'm not even talking about train. I'm not even talking about actually fighting in theater. I'm not talking about the bros and the sisters that have went over to motherfucking Vietnam, that went over to the motherfucking Persian Gulf, that went over to motherfucking Iraq and Syria and Somalia. I'm not even talking about actually being in theater. You get people who get PTSD from just going through the training for war. When you're climbing over obstacle courses with machine gun fire, real live bullets firing over your motherfucking head. Most of you ain't never experienced nothing like that. But you claim to be these hardcore, bona fide, revolutionary ass warriors. All this agent talk. Everybody in their feelings about the college schedule. You just mad because you didn't get a chance to take advantage of it. And I ain't even fucking mad at you. You should be able to take advantage of it. You should be able to pay your way and your kids' way, which is why you need to get on board with this single issue advocacy for the American descendants of slavery. You butthurt about motherfuckers losing their contracts in the NFL. You should be. The NFL's on some bullshit. So we need to be on board with this single issue advocacy so we can give the motherfucking NFL a bit of what for with our black motherfucking capital. You keep talking about we need to do for self, and we need to start our own motherfucking football league. Give us our motherfucking due. And maybe some brothers can start their own football league. We like football. So why don't you get on board with this single issue advocacy so we can get the resources needed so that we can be able to have our own football leagues if that's what you want, and our own baseball leagues, and our own tennis courts, and all this and that and the third. You talking about that you against the motherfucking police in your neighborhood. Help us get on board with this single issue advocacy so we can address the institutions that put racist ass cracker white supremacist cops in our motherfucking neighborhoods, where we can actually go back to some community policing and having a brother and sister there who knows your circumstances and your situation. Which, by the way, if you help us advocate for this single issue advocacy, their situation immediately gets better. So they're not living in the squalor of the goddamn ghetto anymore. So they're not out there playing prison games because of a lack of capital, because of their historic being kept out of the system that allows them to be able to prosper. You need to be on board with this motherfucking single issue advocacy. Brother Chris from Sacramento, who does ADOS Politics, that's my man right there. Welcome to the broadcast. Let me tell you something. In America, you can dream all you want. Dreams cost money. They cost resources. They cost advocacy and time. Friedrich Nietzsche said that all it takes for a human to have anything they want in this life is to just do two things. One, find out what it costs to have the thing, and two, be willing to pay the cost to have it. And you can have any motherfucking thing you want. Everybody can tell you how divisive it is for you to seek single issue advocacy for you and your people. They can tell you how selfish it is. They can tell you that it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing can be more healing. Nothing can be more selfless than you doing for your people, being full-throated, unabashed, unapologetic, full-bore American ADOS advocacy all day, every day, 24/7. That is your job. That is your job. Single issue advocacy. Everything gets seen through the lens of ADOS. And if it comes through this lens and it looks like fuckery, then it is fuckery. If it comes through the ADOS headphones that you put on and it sounds like bullshit, it is bullshit. And we ain't going for no sentimentality and historical, well, you know, Kanye used to be on some real shit. No. Well, I remember this one time Michael Eric Dyson said, no. Well, you know, Cornell was really dope in the don't even get me fucking started. No! No sentimentality. No fucking feelings. This is about cold, hard, real truth and data. You need to ground yourself in the data. You need to tie with this single issue, this single lineage. And then we're going to get this work done. I'm going to go to Zulu. I meant this to be just a follow-up and it turned into a full-on broadcast. So be it. But I knew I had to come on and talk a little bit more about this because, family, y'all were just going in even on the motherfucking Morning Joe. I know, family, that you got some feelings about this college scandal shit. It's bullshit. We know it. I'm sorry that you weren't able to take advantage of it. I'm fighting so that you can. If that continues to be the way that shit gets operated, I want to fight for you to have the right to motherfucking do it that way too. Fuck all of them. If you're not on this single issue advocacy, what I'm hearing come through my ADOS phones isn't single issue advocacy, fuck you. If what's coming through these ADOS glasses that I got on isn't single issue advocacy, fuck you. That's it. That's it, family. Family, enjoy your hump day. You will see me again tomorrow for Morning Joe. Like I said, I'm not changing the name. It's a thing now. We're just gonna ride with Morning Joe. I'm sorry that most of y'all get it like in the afternoon and shit. Deal with it. All right, it's my morning. So ride with me in my morning. Right? So you see me tomorrow for Morning Joe. Right? Don't forget Sucker Free Saturday. If you're new to the broadcast, to the stream here, make sure you subscribe and stick around a while. We're nearly at 1,000 subs. Right now, at the last time I checked, I think we're at 906, right? We're scratching at 1,000. Come on, family, let's make that push. Share my videos, right? You know, that stuff doesn't cost you anything, all right? If you have the means, right, I would appreciate some financial support. Again, don't feel pressured. Don't feel like you got to. We got allies in the house. Sugarcane is not ADOS, but we got allies in the house. Miss Denny's an ally. We got them. Family, don't let people tell you that what we're doing is divisive. Our allies know what we're doing, and they know what we own. So shout out to our allies. And family, until the next time I see you all, I want to wish you what I always wish you: love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to our people.
You know, people complain about young black male unemployment, so then that leads people in to incarcerate them. You end up with black